Okay, let's talk about IGF1 LR3 and a little bit about PEGMGF, common growth factor. Right, I've got to say that one of the reasons that I started wanting to make these videos was because there was so much misinformation out there. Whether it's because of, pure people not knowing, people copying each other, just people getting shit gear, to put it bluntly, or just people being jealous. I've read so much shit about IGF on the forums, and this is one of the reasons I started these videos. Now, IGF-1 is the one substance that is the end-all and be-all of bodybuilding. And it's that simple. If you have read on the forums that, it doesn't work, I shot bilaterally and this, I shot subcutaneously, maybe I did it wrong, they're either full of shit or they just got crap gear. IGF is the substance that's responsible for your cell proliferation, your cells multiplying, and having a result in bodybuilding that sets you apart from every other monkey in the gym. If you're an average, 185 pound guy and you take gear, you can go to about 200 pounds. Okay, if you take a lot of stuff and you get a lot of water retention, you could hit 220 and then. But at the end of the day, even after 10 cycles, you will only have about 190 to 200 pounds of muscle. You can't grow beyond that on juice. You'll get water retention, you go back, you'll get water retention, you go back. Why? Because you've got an X amount of cells and they don't multiply. Your fibers break and this happens. The protein sits in and they rebuild. When you take HGH, if you take Dynabol, if you take Trenbolone, or naturally even, the substance that's responsible for your cells multiplying is IGF. So what scientists have done is they've isolated this and they've given you pure IGF. Now in the beginning, IGF lasts about 10 minutes in the body or 20 minutes in the bloodstream, if I remember right. And it was too difficult. People used to shoot it right after the gym. But nowadays, they've got something called IGF LR3. And this lasts so long in your body. It lasts about 18 hours plus. I used to say this to people 3-4 years ago. I said, it only lasts a couple of hours. You've got to shoot it bilaterally. Bullshit. You can shoot it subcutaneously. The same with HGH and other peptides. All these things get shot under the skin where your abdomen is. Your belly fat, so to speak, if you've got fat. And what it does is it basically sends the triggers, the signals, so that your cells proliferate and get bigger. See, when you're a baby, you don't need 200 grams of protein, 300 grams of protein, 500 grams of protein, 800 grams of protein. How much protein do you get? And your largest growth rate is when you're a baby. So think of it logically. It's hormonal triggers that affect your growth rate. And this is what IGF does. When you've got to the point that you've reached your peak of genetics, IGF just breaks that peak and you get huge. Side effects. You will feel like you've got low blood sugar level, but you cannot die from it like insulin. You cannot go comatose as far as I've seen, and it's pretty safe. Also, people don't take dosages that would get to the point of inducing cancer. Not unless you're top bodybuilders in the world. So again, it's safer than HGH. A lot of people have said, it causes cancer, it causes cancer. Studies are undetermined. If you worry about it and you're thinking of doing extremely long cycles, again, do some lab tests. If you've got the money to buy a IGF, go and do some lab tests. It's expensive, but value for money, it's phenomenal. Same price as growth hormone, pretty much. You only need to run it for 20 days and another 20 days, and you'll keep everything. The gains are phenomenal. The gains are insane on it. about 50, 60 mcg every day, you don't even need to go to 100. You really don't. It's so powerful. Best way to mix it is mix it with. You could do the old normal 9% water that they use solution. But I would say bacteriostatic water. It lasts a lot longer. It really does. If you mix it with the normal 9% sodium water, it will last 2, 3, 4 days, maybe a bit longer if you're lucky. If you mix it with backwater, it will last a lot longer. Shoot it subcutaneously. A lot of people say, should I shoot it now? Should I shoot it then? Should I shoot it? It doesn't matter. The half-life is so long. Shoot it after you finish gym, I would say, simply because you fuel so much of the food into the muscles while you're on it that if you shoot it before the gym, you're just going to feel so tired in the gym. So honestly, I would say you finish the gym, you're going to shoot your IGF, and it keeps on working until the next day. You eat like a horse. Whatever you eat, it goes straight into the muscle, and your muscle grows. And even if you eat like a pig, you're still burning the body fat because it's such a powerful substance. It strips away the body fat whilst building muscle. I've seen it in practice. I've seen people who've done a lot of cycles have gone to gain, and have reached their genetic potential, have gone to gain 10% on the first cycle, another 10% on their second cycle. So people who are 160 pounds, 170 pounds have gone up to 180 pounds, 85 pounds. People who are already 200 pounds have hit 230 pounds, 240 pounds on this stuff, and they've kept most of it. So really, yeah, this is my advice to you. Forget the old thoughts of more tests and more tests and more tests. Do your test cycles and then switch to IGF. PEGMGF, it's a pegylated mechano growth factor. I find that it works better than peptides, also works better than growth hormone for pure muscle building. I don't find that it's as strong as IGF for muscle building. You could use it in conjunction with it. I find that it's secondary to IGF, also because you don't get the fat burning effects that you do from the IGF. You don't get the insane strength gains, but you still feel that you're getting some trigger signals and cell proliferation on it. But yeah, that's my advice on all this new technology stuff. So thanks again for tuning in, and the next batch of videos is going to be on your injection.